I would. I
Yeah.
like. But so nobody wants to be on Deku's team because everyone wants to be the one to grab that 10 million headband.
Yeah.
So
before the horse game starts, which is such a dumb contest.
yeah,
Before the horse game starts, there's like 5 minutes of drama, like, I'm gonna beat you.
yeah,
It's just so, and then like Lita announces his unwavering rivalry to Deku, even though it's never come up before. Lita's never like tried to be number one before, but now he is.
yeah.
For reasons. Icy Hot. I guess it makes sense that Icy Hot like kind of does his drama because he's got something to prove.
Yeah, and his whole existence is because Endeavor, his dad, wants him to be the number one hero. And Icy Hot sees Deku as, since he's All Might's protege, seemingly at this point, because the only people that know about Deku receiving One for All, I'm going to do this a lot, is All Might and Deku. So it's like, and I guess Night Eye at this point, but so Todoroki sees All Might spending a lot of time with Deku, so he's like, okay, you're the number one hero's protege. I'm taking you down. So it makes sense.
Yeah. Which, you know what? I don't think we have an explanation for why Icy Hot wants to be a hero. Like, if he hates his father, who's a hero, wouldn't the best way to rebel and show him how wrong he was is to not be a hero at all?
Yeah.
Like, I think what would have really hurt Endeavor and made him rethink his selfish ways is if he just became like
a
a dry
librarian.
cleaner. Yeah. If he's like, or became like an architect, like, oh, I'm gonna build this.
Yeah, isn't his thing though, Todoroki's thing, isn't it to like, I'm gonna be a hero, but I'm not gonna use any fire, just to rub it in your face.
Why be a hero? His father would probably still be pretty happy if he became the number one hero without using fire.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. But then we're gonna find this out way later on.
Because remember, his whole thing is, I mean, I don't. It's either this episode or the next one when Endeavor tells All Might, "My son is going to surpass you."
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say, "My son is going to use fire to surpass you."
Right. He doesn't care how he does it as long as Todoroki's the number one hero.
Yeah, if his son came out with like just some crazy firepower and no ice, but still managed to surpass All Might, he'd still probably be pretty fucking happy about that.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like Todoroki knows that. I don't think Todoroki doesn't talk about how his father has a fire fetish. Like, he just stares at fireplaces all the time.
Right.
It isn't like Endeavor doesn't stare in the mirror going, "Yeah, I'm so hot." Like, it's not. I don't understand why Todoroki wants to be a hero so far.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the only other thing would be all the torture that happened to his siblings and his mother would be for absolutely nothing. Maybe that could be a good reason behind it. I don't know. So everyone wants to be on Bakugo's team. He knows none of their names, which is great. It's like, remind me of your powers and your names. Like, what? And my favorite part of this episode, of course, I know you're surprised, but Mineta comes up to Shoji, the guy with the spider arms or whatever, and he's like, Shoji, can I be on your team? None of the girls want to team up with me. For some reason, nobody wants me to climb on top of them. So it's Shoji, Mineta, Asui, and someone I don't remember who the fourth person was, but it doesn't seem like any of the characters other than Hatsume, the technology chick who joins Deku, doesn't seem like any of the other classes mix up very much. Because I guess they don't know any of the other powers, but
I don't think any of them mix up the classes. The only one who steps out of the class at all is Gadget Girl, because she is the one. She's got a plan and she knows how to do it.
Yep. And she's insane, and it's great. So
but answer me this: why do they only use like 2 gadgets that whole time? Like, she's got like 50 gadgets.
Right.
Like I feel like if they had used all her gadgets, they would have just won like clean and easy.
Right.
And why didn't they just fly the whole time? Like they've got like the float girl, right?
Yep.
So I feel like they could have just floated off in the stratosphere, be like, "We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Bye."
Yeah, I love it. So Deku's getting ghosted because, like we said, he has the highest headband, so nobody wants to be on his team. And
Yeah,
Ochako
if you
comes
have
up.
any self-preservation, you do not want Bakugo coming after you in this event.
Oh yeah, he goes nuts on that. What's his nuts guy? That weird dude. But he, what the hell's his name? I can't even think of it off the top of my head.
Oh, the
But
Class B guy.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't that those the Class B characters, the ones that like have that weird Class A fetish. Those
yeah,
are probably the characters I care the least for. They
right.
seem like a distraction from everything interesting.
So Ochako comes up to him and offers to be on his team, and he does like that about to cry face.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, "Something wrong? You look so gross." I always think that's funny when they do the classic anime faces and the characters point it out. It's pretty great. I do enjoy me some of that. What the hell is this guy's name? It's gonna really drive me nuts. Naito Monoma. That's his name. Little shit.
That's the guy that copies quirks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do like that we get a bit of present Mike where he this is where it really comes into action for people who aren't really familiar with the show to this point, which you
Mm-hmm.
totally should be because it's great. But present Mike, the loud dude, he just pops in Naito Monoma quirk copy and then explains his quirk in 7 seconds, and then you're like, oh, he can copy quirks. He can only do it for 5 minutes and one at a time. Okay, got it. I probably won't remember his name, but I'll write it. So it's Deku, Ochako, Hatsume, and Tokoyami on a team. And when
We should probably clarify. Tokiyami is the guy with like the spirit bird or shadow or whatever.
Dark Shadow, yeah.
Yeah, fucking awesome character. He's got the head of a bird and the spirit of a bird.
Yeah. And it has a dark bird. Yeah. So there's the Monoma, his name. He's antagonizing Bakugo, and it just reminded me of back in the day when John Stark used to try and get in Michael Jordan's head by like, just poking at him. So, I equated it to that. But all it does is piss Deku off Bakugo off more than, than anything. It's great. Love it. And the episode wraps up with Todoroki like squaring off with Deku, and all he says is, "I'll be taking that now." So, episode 18, we wrap up the cavalry battle. Did you have anything else on episode 17?
Maybe I had my notes wrong. I thought that I should probably say that in this episode, hate to admit it, but Hate Boner is actually pretty cool.
Yep.
Because like Class B is like winning off screen, and he's like, "No, fuck these kids."
Yeah.
And like him and Tape Guy make a really good combination for this stupid game.
Yeah.
Such a dumb game to bet everything on. It's like, oh, you could have been a great hero, but you didn't have the right team combo for the horsey fight.
Yep.
Like if they're here, I don't know, just so weird.
Yeah, and one thing
Like
is
the race makes more sense. All the stuff they did at the school makes sense. Fighting robots, okay. Rescuing people, okay. Horse headband fight, what?
Yeah.
They should just played soccer with superpowers.
Right. Or like a better game. Sorry to trigger everyone out there.
Yes, a game better than the most popular game in the entire world.
Yeah. It's the cheapest game in the entire. All right, I'm not gonna jump on soccer today. We're gonna save that for Media Men Sports.
The most triggering part of that is we're calling it soccer.
That's right. I got football.
Hey, listen, winning the World Cup is women's work.
So one other thing is Bakugo. I equated John Stark and Michael Jordan. every now and then Jon Stark would just get dunked on by Jordan. So you can antagonize him all you want, but the stars are still going to come after you.